Good morning, students. We are here with the next topic in the chemistry lesson, matter in our surroundings. We are going to today study about the effect of change of pressure on the different states of matter. We already know that difference in various states of matter is due to the difference in the distances between the constituent particles. That means when we talk about the solid state, the particles of the solid state have got very less distance between them, right? If we talk about the liquid state, the particles have some distance between them, whereas the gaseous particles are far placed from each other. So, the different states of matter are different because of the difference in the distances or spaces between the constituent particles. We are going to study about what happens when we change the pressure over these states of matter. So what will happen when we start putting pressure, that is increasing pressure, and compress a gas enclosed in a cylinder? Will the particles come closer? Do you think that increasing or decreasing the pressure can change the state of matter? To understand this, we look at this figure 1.8. This figure says by applying pressure, particles of matter can be brought close together. Right? Now, here in this particular diagram, we see a cylinder in which the gas particles are present. There is a piston which is going to apply pressure on the gas. So when we apply pressure, when we increase pressure or when we compress the gas, all the three things are same. So when we apply pressure by pushing the piston towards inside the cylinder, we find that the gas particles which were earlier far apart from each other come close to each other, right? And then on further applying the pressure, these particles still further come close to each other. That means we find that the state changes from the gas to liquid and finally to the solid state, right? So we know, or we can finally say that by applying pressure and reducing temperature, we can liquefy gases. So there are two conditions by which the gases can be liquefied or the gases can be converted into the liquid state. That is, we increase the pressure. Applying pressure means increasing the pressure. Reducing temperature means we are decreasing the temperature. Both the conditions are essential to change the gases into the liquid state. Have you heard of solid carbon dioxide? Solid carbon dioxide, we all have heard about the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere in the gaseous state. Here we are talking about solid carbon dioxide. It is stored under high pressure. That means when we apply pressure onto the gaseous carbon dioxide, it changes into the solid state under high pressure. Solid carbon dioxide gets converted directly to gaseous state on decrease of pressure to 1 atmosphere without coming into the liquid state. So we get to know two things from this particular sentence. Number one, solid carbon dioxide, which is basically right now in the solid state, solid carbon dioxide changes into the gaseous state when we decrease the pressure. So I repeat, carbon dioxide in the gaseous form can be converted into the solid form by applying pressure. But when we reduce the pressure, solid carbon dioxide changes back into the gaseous state without coming into the liquid state. And do you know what do we say this? This process is sublimation. So solid carbon dioxide is example of another substance which can sublime. Now this is the reason, if we talk about what we have been discussing in this paragraph, this is the reason that solid carbon dioxide is also called as dry ice. Ice because carbon dioxide here is in the solid form, solid because solid it is in the solid form, and why dry? Because it does not change into the liquid form. So what do we say in this matter? We conclude finally that pressure and temperature determine the state of substance So pressure and temperature would determine whether the particles of the matter would be closer to each other or far apart from each other, and accordingly whether that substance will be solid, liquid or gas. Now this figure here summarizes the change or interconversion between the different states of matter. So let's see this. The solid state changes into the liquid state. So when we heat solid, it changes into the liquid, it melts into the liquid, or we say it fuses into the liquid. The process is called fusion. Upon heating, the liquid changes into gas. So we call this change as vaporization, right? Solid directly changes into the gas without converting into the liquid state, and this process is called sublimation. Gases can again come back into the solid state without coming into the liquid state, and we call this as deposition. This is one question which most of you had doubt about. So remember, deposition is conversion of gas directly into the solid without coming into the liquid state, and it is the opposite of sublimation process. Now let's see the other way around. Liquid can turn into solid, and this process is called solidification. So liquid can be cooled down into solids or solidified into solids. Similarly, gases upon cooling, that is decreasing temperature, changes into liquid, the process being called as condensation. So here we are talking about 6 processes: fusion, solidification, vaporization, condensation, sublimation and deposition.